Cultivating audacity, rewriting your life's blueprint. You were never meant to live small. You were never meant to shrink yourself to fit the edges of someone else's comfort. Your soul was not designed for compliance. It was designed for creation. And yet, somewhere between birth and belonging, you were taught to play it safe, to dim, to defer, to decorate cages and call them homes. Audacity is the moment you remember you were born for more than that. It's the pulse that says, I can't stay here any longer. Not because you're ungrateful, but because the truth inside you refuses to stay confined. Audacity is not arrogance, it's remembrance. It's the echo of your higher self whispering, you came here to build differently. Ever wondered what it would be like to live without asking for permission? To wake up and realize that no one is coming to validate your becoming? Ever wondered how your life would unfold if you stopped negotiating with fear and simply followed the quiet certainty of your own knowing? Most people don't realize it's not the world that keeps them small. It's the internal contract they keep renewing with doubt. The one that says, I will only move when it's safe. But safety has never been the language of expansion. Growth speaks in earthquakes and inconvenient truths, in the gentle discomfort that says, you are outgrowing this version of you. Your old blueprint was written in survival. It was built to keep you acceptable, not authentic. It taught you to edit your light so you wouldn't be misunderstood, to earn love by becoming predictable. But your soul doesn't thrive on predictability. It thrives on possibility. Every time you betray your inner voice, you reinforce a blueprint that was never yours to begin with. Audacity begins the moment you dare to question that script. The moment you realize that obedience is not the same as alignment, that being agreeable does not make you divine, that being chosen by others means nothing if you've abandoned yourself. Ever wondered what it would be like to walk through a day fully unmasked, to speak without rehearsing, to rest without guilt, to trust that your worth doesn't depend on your productivity? Ever wondered who you'd be if you stopped apologizing for the way your energy takes up space? You were not created to blend in. You were created to expand consciousness through your presence. Every act of self-trust rewires the collective. When you choose courage over conformity, you give silent permission for others to do the same. Audacity is contagious, not because it's loud, but because it's rooted in quiet certainty. When you stand firm in your truth, you don't have to convince anyone. Your energy speaks fluently. It rearranges rooms, shifts conversations, and sometimes it will cost you company. And that's part of the blueprint too. Because every soul designed for expansion must eventually walk through the valley of aloneness, not as punishment, but as purification. It's there, in the solitude of your becoming, that you meet the architect within, the one who remembers who you were before the world told you who to be, the one who holds the divine draft of your life, unlimited, unashamed, unafraid. You have always been both the artist and the canvas. You've simply been painting over your own brilliance with the colors of other people's expectations. Ever wondered what would happen if you stopped editing your light? If you stopped waiting for the timing to be perfect and simply trusted that your readiness is proven by your breath? Audacity doesn't need proof. It only needs willingness. You don't need to know the entire path. You only need to honor the next step with conviction. There's a sacred difference between striving and remembering. Striving says, I must become. Remembering says, I already am. When you remember, you stop chasing worth and start embodying it. You stop praying for doors to open and start realizing you are the key. Ever wondered what it would feel like to stop managing everyone's perception of you, to simply exist in your full energy without fearing it will be too much or not enough. That's the audacity your ancestors prayed you'd reclaim. Because each time you choose authenticity over approval, you heal a lineage of silence brilliance. Your life's blueprint is not a plan written in stone. It's a living document, rewritten by every conscious choice you make. Each boundary you honor redraws a line of power. Each truth you speak reconfigures your inner architecture. You are not behind. You are simply remembering at your own divine pace. Maybe you've been taught that humility means shrinking, that grace means silence, that peace means absence of motion. But true humility is knowing you are divine and still choosing love. True grace is saying yes to your evolution, even when it asks you to outgrow what's familiar. And true peace is walking through change, without abandoning your center. Ever wondered what it would be like if you trusted your inner voice the way you trust gravity? If you stopped doubting your intuition just because it defies logic? The higher dimensions you crave are accessed not through effort but through surrender. The kind of surrender that says, I will no longer fight for my limitations. Rewriting your life's blueprint is not about starting over. It's about remembering your original design. It's peeling back the layers of conditioning until you rediscover the architecture of your own light. That design was never flawed. It was only buried beneath stories that were never yours. So when fear asks, who do you think you are? Let your answer be simple. I am the one who remembers. The one who dares to live as if divinity is not a myth, but a frequency I already carry. Ever wondered how different life would feel if you stop waiting for clarity to begin? Clarity is not a destination. It's the result of movement. You don't find it by standing still. You find it by walking forward with faith, trusting that each step reveals the next. Every moment you choose authenticity over performance, you align with the quantum pattern of your higher self. You begin to live from intention, not reaction, from wholeness, not history, from soul, not strategy. Audacity is not a trait, it's a frequency. It's what happens when alignment becomes louder than fear, when the memory of who you are outweighs the narrative of who you were told to be. This is what the new blueprint looks like. One built on devotion, not duty, on love, not longing, on truth, not tolerance. Ever wondered what it would be like to look in the mirror and finally recognize yourself? To see not the roles, the titles, the expectations, but the quiet radiance of the one who remembers? That moment is not in the future. It's already unfolding right here, right now, as you listen, as you breathe, as you awaken. Because every word that resonates is your soul saying, yes, that's me. And every tear that rises is an old pattern dissolving. You are not hearing this by accident. You are remembering because the time has come. So let this be the moment. You stop seeking permission to exist as you are. Let this be the moment you understand. You were never ordinary. You were never here to blend in. You were never here to fit someone else's pattern. You are here to live audaciously, to embody remembrance in a world addicted to forgetting, to speak truth even when your voice trembles, to love so deeply that even fear has nothing left to feed on, to walk as the living proof that alignment is enough. And when you forget, as all humans do, remember this. Your audacity is not a performance to maintain, it's a truth to return to. Every day, in every small act of self-trust, you are rewriting the blueprint. Not someday, not when you have it all figured out, but now. With each breath, each boundary, each brave yes to your becoming. You were never meant to live small. You were meant to live remembered.